Hey guys, in this video I'm going to go over everything you need to know about your PHP Hydra. Everything from finding your Hydra serial number, which you're going to need every time you order tunes, how to turn on PATS, how to make sure PATS is turned on if you've got an excursion or a Cali model truck, and how to download and install Hydra Flash. We're going to try to cover everything here because I think it's important, and I want to try to make it fairly quick so you don't have to sit and watch a 15-minute video. So the first thing we need to do is we need to download Hydra Flash. Let's go ahead and do that. All we gotta do is just go to hydrahelp.com, and you're gonna be brought to this page. There's other ways you can do this too, but this is the easiest, and this is actually the website that is written on the front of the Hydra box. So once we're down this page here, you can find lots of info. If you look down the sidebar right here, you can see just different articles and different things that might help you, how to find your PCM. There's some good information there. We've also got another video on our YouTube channel that kind of goes over how to find your PCM on a Super Duty anyway, and I'll make another one for an OBS here pretty soon. But all we need to do, up on the top left side here of the page, you can see download Hydra Flash. You can click that, or under step 2 here, we can click on that too. So just go ahead and click install. This is on Firefox. On Google Chrome, it might be a little bit different where it asks you to save it. We're going to go over that in just a second. But basically, you're just going to save the file on Firefox. Up on the top right side, you're going to see the download is complete. And to know where it saved it, just in case you don't know, typically Firefox saves to downloads. You can just click the little file icon on the right of the downloads, and it'll bring you to where it's actually at. So this is going to be under downloads. I'm going to go ahead and delete that real quick. And I'm going to show you how to do this on Chrome because it's probably going to be more common. So again, we're going to go to hydrahelp.com. And we're going to go back to number 2, or right here. Let's just do it from this one now. And click install. And then with Chrome, it's going to ask you where you want to save it. Again, typically it's going to save to your downloads folder. If you don't see this quick access on the left, just click on this PC, and you're going to see the list of all your folders, and you can get to downloads from here too. Go ahead and just save it to downloads, unless you have somewhere else you know where to save it. This makes it easier to find it later. What I'll do now is we'll just go over the install, open up your files, go to downloads, and then you can right click on it. If you're on a laptop, just usually tap with 2 fingers on your touchpad and open, or you can double click on it too. And then we're just going to click install, wait for it to finish, and now you're ready to go. All right. Now we've got Hydra Flash installed, and we've got it open. We've got our Hydra chip plugged in. There is a USB cable in the box with the Hydra. Just go ahead and use that to plug your chip in. And then one of the things you're always going to need is the Hydra serial number. So anytime you order custom tuning, or a lot of times if you need to get revisions on tuning, or pretty much any time you do anything outside of PHP's own library of tunes, you're going to need your serial number. So super simple. It's not printed on the chip anywhere. All you have to do is just plug it in, open up Hydra Flash, and you're actually going to see it right down in the bottom right corner of the screen. So right down here, and it's just this 8-digit code. It just says Hydra SN. And that's all we're going to need right there. And that is very important anytime you want to do anything with tuning. The next thing is you need to figure out what your hex code is. So after you find your PCM box code, and I'll link to that video in the description, you're going to go to Tools on the toolbar on the top of the screen, go to Box Hex Conversion, and let's just say PMT1 was our PCM code here. So we're going to type in the box code section, the first box, we're going to do PMT1. Go ahead and select it from the list. And this is going to give us our hex code, which can be referred to as the strategy. So in this case, it says, please use VRAA6S3. So and this is, you can give this to your tuner if they want to know. Typically, you'll just have to give your tuner the box code, the 4-digit box code, the PMT1 in this case. And then that hex code is used for one other thing that we're going to cover in just a moment. All right, so once you have your box code, we're going to show you how to install the PHP library tunes, the free tunes that come with your Hydra. So with the Hydra installed, you don't need your serial number for this. Makes it a little bit easier. Go up to whichever position on the chip you want to load a tune on. So this is just listed 1 through 15. And you're going to click on change. So let's say we want to put a high idle tune, 1200 RPM in position 1. We're going to go up to change on position 1. And that hex code we just got, we're going to type into the calibration filter. So we're going to do VRAA6S3. And what this is going to do is it's going to bring up all of the library tunes that match our hex code. So you can see all the different tunes that are on here. And we're going to go ahead and load a 1200 RPM high idle. And hit select. And now it's in that position. So go ahead and load however many you want to load in here. And it should save that calibration you just typed in while it's plugged in here, so you don't have to keep typing it in every time. Let's just do 3 of them here. Okay, so we're not done yet. We got the tunes in the positions we want. We've got high idle, 25 toe, and 65 daily driver. We know what our hex code is, so that's good to go. This is going to match with our PCM, but it's not actually programmed to the chip yet. So all we got to do at this point is we just need to hit over on the left-hand side, the big blue down arrow, just hit program. And this will go ahead and flash all of the tunes to the chip. All right, now that that's done, I'm going to show you one other thing. So let's say that you order a Hydra and it comes loaded with the custom tuning, or comes loaded with the tuning on it, and you've got an excursion that now won't start. Well, what you can do is, to make sure that it's not a PATS related problem, or to make sure that the chip was flashed with PATS enabled, is you can again just plug your chip in. We're going to use this same example, and below each tune you should see what says PATS equipped below every single file in the description. If you don't see that and you do have an excursion, then I'm going to show you how to fix it. So what you need to do is go ahead and save these tunes that you have loaded to your computer. So we'll hit save. Let's just go ahead and save them to downloads. Actually, let's make a new folder for 1023 diesel tuning. We'll go ahead and save this. Just hit the little floppy disk icon next to whatever tune you want to save. It's going to be on the far right. And we're going to do that with all of them. Save the next one. Again, pay attention to where these save to. Just like with the downloading the installer, a lot of times your computer will decide where it wants to save things, and sometimes that can be hard to find later. So I recommend making sure you have a place for them. You can always move them later, and always just put them in the same spot. I like to just put things in downloads if I'm going to use them real quick. That way it's easy to find. And let's save this last one here. And as soon as this is done, what we're going to do is we're going to then remove, we've got these tunes saved to our computer now. So we're going to go ahead and remove the tunes from the chip. So kind of like when we install them, we're going to go ahead and just get rid of them. Now it's blank, but we still need to program it. We need to program it blank. So we're going to go ahead and hit program again. That'll wipe the chip completely. Now, before we put the tunes back on it, we need to go down on the bottom right corner next to your Hydra serial number, and you're going to see the red, it says PAT's not equipped. Click to change. We're going to click on that. It's going to turn green. Now we're ready to rock. So now we'll go find our tuning again. And the way that this works is you're going to click the little file icon. So rather than clicking change, if we're going to put high idle back in number 1, we're going to go to the little file icon, the first icon here. And we're going to go to find our tunes. In this case, we put them in a folder under downloads. We're going to grab our high idle we saved, open it up, and we're just going to go through the list here. File icon, give our 25 horsepower tow tune, and then file icon again, and then we're going to grab our 65 daily driver, open, and now we're going to go ahead and program it. And I'm going to speed this up for you so you don't have to sit through the whole thing. All right, now that that's done, you can see below each tune, it's going to say PAT's equipped. So this is going to be the case whether you bought a chip that had tunes preloaded and you're having starting issues or PAT's issues on an excursion. This is going to be the case even when you load tunes yourself. So anytime you put tunes on, if you've got a PAT's equipped truck or excursion, then you're going to have to make sure you enable PAT's on the bottom right corner down here before you program the tunes of the chip, or you will have problems.